Gemini, we're going to do a quick energy check just to kind of get a feel for the collective and get you a message that serves your highest good for the week. Let's see. Ooh. So there's a cautionary tale within these two cards. So it feels like you are recalling a time from the past where things did not work out in your favor. A time from the past that caused you a great deal of pain, heartache, sorrow. Okay? But you're recalling it on purpose because you think you might want to move forward. Against your better judgment. And it may not even be your better judgment. You want to move forward past this heartache and pain in order to... So on my channel, I don't hyper focus on love or career or finance. I hyper focus on self-care. Okay? But if I were to give a really good example of the energy I'm feeling, it's kind of like you're recalling all of your past heartaches because you want to take a leap of faith with somebody or something. Okay, so something that you're very passionate about or someone that you're very passionate about. But you're looking back at all the times things didn't work out because you don't want to make the same mistake again. Does that make sense? Yep. And here you are trying to let go of those past pains and heartaches to really, really follow that emotional fulfillment you feel drawn to. You want to pour yourself, your energy into this union or contract or new hobby. You know, like I said, whether this is a person, place, or thing, you want to put everything you have into it. So you want to let go of these old heartaches. So you might honestly be, quote unquote, paying your respects to all the times that things didn't work out in your favor. You might just be taking the time to be like, oh, that didn't work out, but it's going to be better this time. There's a sense of optimism that's tied to this exploration of past pains. And you don't feel like you're ready to build a foundation, but you do feel like you want to make a move. You want to go towards something and see what the reaction is going to be as you make these changes and move toward. And you're not like, what's the word I'm looking for? You want to rush in with the idea because swords are about ideas. They represent ideas. They also represent wielding power. But I don't feel like you want to have power over this person. You want to bring forth the idea. You're not coming into this like, okay, let's build the foundation. No. You're like, what would happen if? That's the kind of energy that you want to come in with. You want to come in with like just looking at the idea of what would happen if we? What would happen if I? What would happen if I moved toward this thing I feel so passionate about? Yep, see? And this is exactly what I'm talking about. You're recognizing a change that you want to make in your life. There's a transition because death is about transition. It's about letting something go and becoming something new. And the Fool in the inverse is about lessons learned. So the Fool in the upright is about naivete and blind faith. This isn't blind faith. You're a grown-up. You've already learned lessons. You've already seen some heartache and some heartbreak. You've already made mistakes. This is you going into a transitional period with lessons learned, which is why you're not daydreaming about this happy future with somebody. And you're more like, well, let me just start with the idea. Let me push the idea out there and see how the other person reacts. Or let me just start this new hobby and see how I feel after a couple of weeks. Let me just make this change in my job and see how that works out. It's like you're dipping your toe in the water because you feel so drawn to do something, even though it hasn't necessarily worked out for you in the past. You're like, you know what? I'm willing to give this another go. Gemini, I like where you're going with this. You have your head on your shoulders with this new experience that you feel very passionate towards. So I hope you found a message that serves your highest good. And if nothing else, I hope I validated your feelings. I'll see you guys next week.